Itulah aku rasa the main barrier dia, sebab aku pun tak faham apa yang ustaz aku nak explain kan.
Faham.
Bila contoh dia kata kafir, dia sebut kapiak. So bila dia tengah converse tu, dia tengah mengajar tu, sekali tiba-tiba dia kata ada kapiak, aku macam apa dia ni?
Hai, Assalamualaikum dan selamat datang ke episod pertama lagi Satu Soalan. Guys, dalam podcast ni kita akan berkongsi dengan anda semua latar belakang individu-individu yang bagi kami orang-orang hebat dan korang patut tahu mereka ni siapa. So dekat mana diorang belajar, macam mana diorang dibesarkan sampai mereka jadi siapa mereka sekarang. Dalam episod pertama lagi Satu Soalan, kita terbangkan dari Gombak, seorang fotografer yang terkenal di media sosial. Hari ni guys, kita bersama dengan Ba. Hai Ba.
Ya.
Okay, sihat?
Alhamdulillah.
Barai semalam shoot.
Itulah sedikit barai tapi tapi always good.
Alright, so maybe you can share a bit of your young days. Where did you go to school?
I grew up in Subang.
Uh-huh.
After spending a year in Scotland, ikut mak aku buat master, so aku balik.
This is at the age of
aku balik darjah 4. So darjah 3 aku dekat Scotland.
so 10, 11 years old?
Betul.
10,
Betul.
11 years, okay.
So from 8 to 10 macam tu lah aku kat Scotland. And then aku balik and stayed in Subang. I grew up there, and then form 4 aku masuk MRSM.
I see. So pause jap. Maknanya before 8 you were brought up in Scotland ke?
About a year aku kat Scotland. Before that was in Seremban. Tapi aku honestly aku tak ingat sangat.
Faham.
Dia
the
macam
memory of Seremban kurang sikit lah.
Betul. So macam memang tak ingat sangat. Cuma yang aku ingat, aku main tenis je kat Seremban.
Faham.
Itulah sebab petang-petang main tenis. Memang itu aku ingat. Tapi dia punya sekolah semua tu aku macam tak ingat.
Faham. Okay. So fast forward couple years, you're back in Malaysia from Scotland. You are back in Subang Jaya, from Subang, daripada Seremban ke Subang Jaya.
Betul, ke Subang Jaya. And then aku pretty much grew up, spend most of my teenage years dekat Subang lah kan. And then tiba-tiba aku masuk MRSM Pedang, which is in Kedah.
Was that like something you wanted to do or something?
Itu sebab both my parents Ansara, kira macam alumni MRSM lah kan.
I see.
So they really wanted me to go, and I did lah. PMR aku dapat 7A, so aku macam okay, let's do this, and apply, dapat.
Did your other siblings went to MRSM as well?
Adik aku yang second one tu aku rasa pergi Muazzam Shah, somewhere in Pahang. So aku pun macam okay, why not kan. So pergi, and then it was a bit life changing sebab aku tak, ini macam aku dekat Subang aja, and then tiba-tiba pergi kat Pendang kan. So there was like culture shock, dari segi bahasa, dari segi cara orang cakap. Itulah aku rasa the main barrier dia, sebab aku pun tak faham apa yang ustaz aku nak explain kan.
Faham.
Bila contoh dia kata kafir, dia sebut kapiak. So bila dia tengah converse tu, dia tengah mengajar tu, sekali tiba-tiba dia kata ada kapiak, aku macam apa dia ni? Kapiak.
Okay.
Oi.
Okay. Kalau memang nanti pening.
Betul. Dia memang akan pening. And then banyak terms kan. So aku pretty much struggle lah the first few months tu. Tapi I think I enjoyed sebab aku jumpa macam-macam lah, kira people from different negeri kan. That's where aku belajar untuk adapt lah.
I see.
That's the first time yang aku really keluar of my comfort zone. And then after that aku pergi PLKN pun aku jumpa orang-orang yang macam-macam juga. And then aku masuk Matrix pun aku jumpa orang macam-macam juga. And went on to UTM to take my architecture degree.
Okay.
For 7 years pun aku jumpa macam-macam orang.
For 7 years architecture degree.
So it's actually 5 je.
Okay.
It's actually 5 years, tapi aku dah buat business dari first year, so benda tu drag on lah.
Faham.
Dia macam drag on tu ialah bahasa yang manis lah untuk fail lah sebenarnya. Fail and repeat. Right?
Oh, okay. Bukan defer lah.
Bukan. Tak sempat defer pun. So memang aku fail and repeat. And then I took certain subjects. Ada some SEMs yang aku just nak focus on business, so aku took lesser subjects kan.
So the course dragged on.
Betul.
Okay, so what were your strong and What was your best and worst subject in school?
School
School.
Aku suka physics sebenarnya. Aku suka physics and aku suka English lah, sebab aku rasa it comes naturally. Cuma sekarang ni aku in fact sebelum aku masuk RSM aku tak ambil any sort of art pun, tapi aku sukalah being macam doing creative things. Macam mak aku suka bagi kita projek macam jahit bag. Macam
jahit bag
Ya, aku rasa masa aku
as in from scratch ke ataupun bag yang dah berlubang?
No. That tu tapi kiranya daripada it started off masa kat Scotland pun ada macam mini project. So mak aku tahu yang aku capable. So dia macam push lah, okay jom kita buat bag. So kita orang macam beli kain and buat bags and make our own, and then so dia macam tu lah. So it just macam to do something yang tangible, yang kau can use your hands, you can actually buat benda tu from scratch to
very
finish.
hands on
betul
work lah.
Betul. So dia cultivate the creative side of me lah. And then macam aku rasa aku enjoy lah actually, for you to see something from nothing jadi something.
The satisfaction of it.
Betul.
So what were your worst subject?
Aku benci sejarah. I mean, bukanlah benci sejarah, aku struggle.
You enjoy the facts or the reading part or the
reading mostly lah.
Tu ada. Because I don't like sejarah also. So
aku sorry lah. I mean sekarang ni I love sekarang ni aku suka baca I read a lot of things, articles and what not. Tapi masa tu aku rasa it could be the teacher yang mengajar ke sejarah masa tu kan. So tapi itulah, aku rasa up until SPM aku semua D je sejarah aku.
Okay, so how did that love of photography came when? Before uni days, younger days, where did that love of photography came from?
To be honest, actually mak aku insisted that dia nak belikan aku kamera.
Actually
so dia dulu aku pemalu orangnya. Aku tahu macam susah sikit nak percaya cewa. Tapi memang aku jenis yang malu, yang in fact kalau minta kita ambilkan gambar orang dekat depan pun aku akan macam-macam alasan. So mak aku kata, Along, let me buy you a camera. So I'm like, why? And why do you need? Tak apa mak belikan. So it was an Olympus semi-automatic compact camera macam tu lah. So dia beli, kata nah, whether you like it or not,
belajar pakai.
Kau pakai je. So aku pakai and masa tu macam tak ada apa pun, aku just ambil waktu matrix kan. Tapi I like it sebabnya it's a form of expression di mana I can just aku suka lukis, tapi aku tak boleh nak compose it into a nice painting lah contohnya kan, drawing ke apa. Tapi with photo aku tahu how to align these things. Masa tu lah back then. So bila masuk first year, aku ada a bit of money, I bought my first camera and aku macam okay, nak buat wedding sebab that is like the lowest entry untuk masuk and make money lah.
Faham.
And aku macam shoot friends, lepas tu aku macam okay, ni macam doable lah. Dia macam doable and manageable. So bila aku dah start rasa duit sikit tu, itu yang macam dia punya studies tu start turun sikit kan. Tapi at the same time I gain a bit more money, so aku mampulah untuk nak self sustain aku punya study yang kena bayar sendiri, and then aku boleh study walaupun tak cemerlang sangat kan, tapi alhamdulillah lepas lah.
So that was the point you say, I think I can do this for a living. Was that the point in time where you felt that way?
Aku masa tu macam takut-takut, and of course aku rasa masa third year, masa aku first time aku fail aku punya studio, aku macam okay dah lah, I want out. Aku rasa macam aku malas lah, baik aku business kan. And at least kalau aku stop now, aku boleh start early in my business. So tapi masa tu Apek kata habiskan je lah, and mak aku pun of course insist yang habiskan je. So aku macam okay lah, habiskan je lah. So aku masa tu dah point yang di mana moto hidup dia it's done is better than perfect.
Faham?
So sebab
bagi ada
betul,
bagi ada
sebab And then masa tu concurrently mak aku pun tengah buat PhD. So mak aku pun buat PhD dekat UK juga. So as aku go through my life of macam done is better than perfect, aku juga beritahu kat mak aku, mak, done is better than perfect. Sebab masa tu pun she's about to macam susahnya nak habiskan PhD ni. Kan? I mean it's a PhD. Yeah, she took it at 40 masa tu, tak silap aku. So done is always better than perfect. Sebab kalau if it's perfect tapi it's not done, then tak guna.
Faham?
Sama macam podcast ni lah juga. Walaupun kita rasa macam 50-50 nak ke tak nak, tapi being done is better than perfect. So memang kudos to you lah in the team sebenarnya. Okay. Itu side try sikit.
Okay, so how did architecture help you in your photography?
Aku rasa macam orang-orang ini aku punya observation lah. Sekarang ni batch aku yang dah jadi AR, dah jadi arkitek ni, they are not yang macam the top students tau.
Okay.
They're not the top students. Sebab aku rasa architecture ni dia kau kena pandai soft skill, kau kena pandai manage cakap dengan orang. Not only macam kau kena pandai academically, tapi those things matter. Those things matter lah. Those things matter. So in order for you to succeed ni, kau not only kena tahu dari segi macam the creative side, kau kena tahu dia punya management side juga. In business lah juga. So aku rasa yang you don't need to be the best. Sekarang ni macam creatively mungkin kau tak perlu paling power lah maksudnya kan, tapi mungkin you could employ certain people that can help you in that sense. And then management wise pun, kalau kau tak power pun, you employ people yang can help you juga. So we form a team yang boleh go together lah. Ini aku rasa. So faham. Dari segi management wise, so macam tu lah. Dari segi kreatif, and it's a balance in between kan. Sebab certain people yang memang artistically dia cantik, tapi dia tak power management pun lingkup juga.
Faham.
And siapa yang memang businessman, kadang-kadang susah untuk dia succeed pun, sebab the creative side pun dia macam, aku rasa kurang lah. Mungkin dia tak employ the right person to help with the creative side.
So architecture gave you that background of knowing that I need good sense of management, at the same time the artistic part also,
the creative side,
the creative side also, because
Betul.
there's both the elements in architecture.
Betul.
The business side and of course the art side.
Betul.
of architecture is how you translate into photography nowadays lah.
And aku rasa pretty much kalau siapa pernah deal dengan budak-budak architecture, diorang weekly we will go through crit session.
Crit tu apa?
Kritik.
Oh, kritik. Oh, okay.
So crit, biasanya Mondays and Fridays lah. So kau akan masuk, and kiranya masuk crit session tu memang untuk disembelih lah. Memang kau masuk untuk this is my idea, and akan ada a few panels, satu orang akan present kat depan tu. Memang maksud tu memang hentam lah. So
no hold bar.
Betul. Memang biasanya start daripada first year sampai fifth year, itulah dia punya current dia. So you are opening up to macam memang kritik semua perempuan. Betul. Memang open. Whether drawing kau buruk, design kau cantik, ataupun design kau cantik tapi drawing kau buruk, technically kau salah, tak boleh buat macam ni ke apa benda, memang dia akan tam. So dari segi macam-macam different aspects lah. So aku rasa itu yang membuat macam dia macam mana budak-budak arkitek ni, ini aku rasa yang supaya diorang boleh survive lah.
Faham. That
the
brutal honesty of whether or not my design or my work is actually good or not.
Betul.
In order for you to progress and be better.
Betul.
You know, take the good things and leave the bad things.
Betul.
But that's how.
Tapi
that's
betul,
how
dia macam ni lah. It's how when you take something and then it's your personal macam artwork ataupun project kan. So for you to tanya orang macam, you know, what are comments on my project ni kan. So memang bila orang hentam tu, kau takkan tak terasa kan. Sebab you take it personally kan. Tapi kau kena justify. Tapi kau kena justify lah. Itu dia.
Faham.
So bila kau boleh justify, kau boleh tarik diri kau keluar dan tengok benda tu objectively, and assess it, aku rasa itu yang buat dia macam kau boleh fikir.
I see. So that's the best takeaway from how you manage architecture back to into photography
aku rasa lah.
Tapi
Lebih kurang
lah orang
betul.
akan kritik gambar kita,
betul.
orang akan kritik kerja kita, cara
betul.
kerja kita kerja, dan how and that toughens you up lah, that side of architecture.
Yes.
You were balancing between business and studies for that whole 7 years.
For that whole 7 years.
For that whole 7 years. So was it during that period where WSVS was created, or was it after you finished studying?
Actually in my final year aku rasa 2013.
So that's when WSVS was created.
Betul.
So kita takkan go in too deep about what is WSVS because this episode is about you. So but what were the struggles as an individual, as a photographer, the first 3 years in your career as a photographer? You know, having to switch, tukar bidang daripada architecture ke foto. What was the struggle 3 tahun yang pertama?
Aku rasa dia more of macam finding your identity kot. Aku rasa. So hari tu aku pun ada cakap about style lah. Meaning macam you want to find the right style, the right recipe untuk kau shoot, sama ada kau nak shoot underexpose and then kau fix in post, ataupun kau shoot overexpose and then kau fix in post. So benda tu, finding the right recipe tu bagi aku vital, tapi at the same time itu yang akan pretty much define your artwork kan. And then sama ada people boleh accept ke, and then what kind of target market yang boleh accept. Macam ni kadang-kadang bila foto kita terlalu indie ataupun terlalu macam berat sangat kan, yang target market kita yang kononnya yang golongan atasan sikit tak faham ataupun tak appreciate. And then so kalau dia tak appreciate and parents dia, which is the paymaster, pun tak appreciate, dia orang tak willing to pay. So kalau tak nak bayar, kita pun tak boleh nak charge mahal, and then kita tak dapat event yang best. So dia macam it really sets the tone lah.
Faham. So how did you manage to overcome that? Because I understand that, you know, sometimes seni ni very subjective.
Betul.
Dan untuk kita bagi orang faham seni kita and why it's worth that much or what, it's a bit of a it's quite a obstacle to go through.
Betul.
These things is it goes full circle.
Betul.
You know, you buat sekarang dia tak trendy sangat, but you wait it out a bit and it starts being trendy. And then people like, ini kita dah buat lama lah. Kita dah buat zaman ni.
Sama it goes fashion pun macam tu lah.
Betul.
Dulu orang pakai loose, lepas tu nak pakai tight balik, lepas tu sekarang pakai loose balik, lepas tu nanti mesti pakai tight balik.
So with that, is it good in your opinion to stick to one style and go for it, or do you think this adaptation macam okay aku kena berubah ikut zaman, or just stick to one because you know it will come around? Or is it being too ambitious? Entah mungkin tak come around balik ke apa ke, jadi satu risiko juga.
Ya betul. So risiko ialah for you to go out and try and do something lah, tapi at the same time aku rasa maintain what you can lah. Dia macam dilema bagi aku lah. Kalau contohnya KFC ini, don't quote me on this, tapi macam contohnya KFC has been doing with the punya 11 herba or what not benda lah kan, for so long recipe kept the same kan, tapi datang pula Kyochon ke Four Fingers ke K-Fry ke with this Korean punya market kan. And aku rasa macam sekarang ni diorang dah pricing, KFC pun dah mahal macam K-Fry. Aku rasa macam K-Fry lagi baloi, faham tak?
Faham.
So jadi macam kalau aku jadi KFC, aku mesti rasa aku pun nak try and emulate K-Fry, tapi at the same time aku kena simpan and jaga aku punya resepi ni. So jadi
tradition
tradition and new lah, innovation kan? So kau jadi macam apa patut aku buat. So kalau aku jadi KFC, aku akan still maintain, which aku rasa apa yang dia buat still maintain dia punya recipe tu, tapi dia ada keluar produk yang seasonal yang mungkin boleh try and tap
the market lah.
Tu yang dia keluar
having small innovation.
Betul.
Keeping your tradition.
So dia macam tu lah, tapi dia tak live out terus.
Faham
kan. So mungkin kita boleh try and adapt that in business as well. So mungkin macam kita tak stop buat studio terus, kita try buat podcast contoh lah kan. So whatever it is, kita try and branch out. Bila kita free sikit, kita buat. Bila buat studio, kita buat studio lah. Kan, bila shoot,
we have things that we are capable of doing. We know we are capable of doing, and at the same time we want to grow as an individual. Betul. And as a company to see what works and what not, what more we can venture out into.
Betul.
How do you keep up with trends yang to me, for personally, I rasa macam getting a bit out of hand because it's too fast.
It is very fast.
Macam benda yang
social
viral
media.
pun paling lama pun 2-3 hari. Lepas tu dies. Dia bukan slowly graduate go away. It's just completely
terus tak buat.
Kan? Dia macam silence. Tak ada siapa dah sembang pasal. So as a photographer, how do you keep up with these trends and how do you apply them into your work?
Susah soalan ni nak ram. tak, tapi macam kalau tanya aku kan, dulu aku masa tu apa masa tu Instagram baru nak start macam yang vertical punya form, bukan vertical, instead of squares dia buat macam vertical 4x5 kan. And then there were few photographers and videographers yang cakap macam dia ada isu lah. Dia kata macam, oh no, I'm not gonna shoot vertical, I'm gonna shoot horizontal kan, because that's how we see, that's how benda tu. And then dia ada macam online argument of kan. But itu bagi I macam so sekarang
kita tengok TV semua pun horizontal.
Kita tengok
horizontal contents, yet we have to create
tapi
content
so isu dia ialah betul memang tengok TV, tapi kalau orang dah tak tengok kat TV dan orang tengok kat phone, so kita terpaksa lah bend over dan ikut format orang masa tu lah. Sebab kalau kau berkeras juga untuk buat horizontal, then horizontal kau akan kecil je in that vertical format lah. Betul. So which goes back to macam sekarang ni lah, kalau klien kata okay, I nak buat lebih banyak TikTok videos. So kalau kita mampu untuk buat and kita fill in those demands daripada tu, aku alright je.
How does that affect your creativity then? Because we've been working for so many years, the format has always been the same. Then suddenly with the new age of social media, the new era of social media, suddenly everything changes. Dulu orang from 4x3 diberi peluang untuk buat 16x9 wider. Kan. Sekarang kita daripada 16x9 we are compressing more than 50% straight to vertical. Now how does that affect your creativity as not just as a photographer but as a content creator, as a creative director? How do you,
aku rasa
does that affect your creativity?
Dia limit sikit. Sebab kita rasa macam sayang lah budak-budak art duk buat all these props kat tepi kan, and then being crop off sebab nak buatkan muka, nak buatkan muka yang ni. Tapi mungkin kita boleh consider artworks yang vertical lah. Aku tak tahu lah kan, mini framing. So it's just a matter of how we perceive it lah. Aku rasa dia tambah kerja kan, dia tambah kerja, tapi added work kalau kita dibayar setimpal aku rasa okay je.
Faham. So
in
a way dia limit creativity, tapi with the limitation dia jadi lagi kreatif macam tu. Kan, maksudnya macam dulu from TV katalah kau punya format memang horizontal je, and then contoh people macam boleh buat macam dia nak force kau untuk tengok horizontal, tapi starting dia ialah vertical and then dia rotate slowly so that you rotate the phone. So meaning with TV punya format dulu tak boleh. Faham?
So
ada orang nak rotate
TV kan, unless yang Samsung yang baru Samsung atau LG. Tapi kiranya benda tu not possible dulu, sebab it's not macam kau pegang tangan and kau boleh rotate macam tu. Mungkin macam benda ni kita rasa macam benda ni semak and kita tak boleh nak fully take advantage of now lah.
Faham.
Mungkin kita boleh later. Aku tak ada kata macam kita nak do something macam really extravagant yang kita tak tahu benda. It's just macam small tweaks lah kan. Sekarang ni boleh juga tengok horizontal in a vertical format, tapi kau tak puas lah, itu je.
Betul.
So meaning macam mungkin ada workarounds yang mungkin boleh benefit us, mungkin boleh buat kita supaya okay tak apa, kita boleh charge more. So benda tu kalau ada demand dan kita boleh fill in those demands, aku rasa okay je.
I see. Okay. Right, so we're going to take a short break. Kita akan main game sikit dengan Bak. Just a quick rapid fire game. Nothing too hard, nothing too difficult. Tapi jom kita main game sekarang. Alright, and welcome to the game section of Lagi Satu Soalan. Bak, we're gonna play some rapid fire questions with you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. First question. Camping or hiking?
Camping.
Text or call?
Text.
Would you be able to be given the opportunity to bungee jump or skydiving?
Skydiving.
TikTok or IG?
IG. That's where my friends are.
Now this may be take you back some years. Facebook or MySpace?
Facebook.
Kopok leko or goreng pisang?
Goreng pisang.
Early morning call time or late night shoots?
Early morning call time. Yeah.
Alright, so if you can only choose one food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Nasi goreng kampung. That's right. Aku rasa
Nasi
lah.
goreng kampung.
Nasi goreng kampung kot.
Okay.
With telur dadah 2.
Telur dadah lah. Okay, boleh. Kena combo lah.
Betul.
Alright, your favorite way to relax and unwind after a long day?
Tidur lah kot. I think the definition of rest tu memang ialah not to do anything. Tak payahlah nak acah-acah buat yoga ke. Tidur.
Talking or listening?
Listening.
R&B or indie?
Indie.
What is your favorite music genre?
Nothing specific sebab aku dengar je. So tapi aku tend to lean towards yang oldies sikit lah. Jiwa tua orang kata.
14 kali 8.
14 kali 8. Shit man. 14 kali 8 32 1 2 14 kali 8. Ya,
112.
14 kali 8.
The answer is 112.
Aku kata apa?
12. 102.
102.
The answer is 112.
I see. Okay. Look, I'm not good with maths.
Okay.
One
movie that makes you cry?
I Am Sam.
The last thing you bought on Shopee?
Apa You guys know.
Raket?
Pokok kot. Ya, aku rasa nak pokok yang random dan mati.
How many things are in your Shopee cart?
Banyak. Dia tunjuk macam 99 plus. So those are the ones yang macam aku letak je sebab aku tak nak letak dalam like sebab nanti dia tak akan masuk cart. So aku letak je dalam cart dulu. Manalah tahu nanti check out je kan.
A skill that you always wanted to learn?
Skill aku nak belajar welding.
Belajar apa?
Welding, ya.
Welding
Ya.
Okay.
Random kan, I know.
Welding,
tapi dia macam aku suka hands on punya benda. Tapi bila kayu macam aku dah try and explore. Although tak dapat nak fully buat lah sebab aku rasa tak ada space yang senang sedut habuk kayu and whatnot kan. Tapi welding tu macam something yang aku rasa aku nak belajar. Nanti tengoklah masuk beli Shopee ke.
Okay, welding. Alright. If you could relive one age, what would it be? What age would it be?
One age. Aku rasa aku punya early 20s kot. Sebab those years lah, that year ataupun those years yang aku buat je and aku langgar je and I still survive. So aku rasa macam sekarang ni aku takut lagi untuk nak explore. Sedangkan macam yang paling teruk pun kau akan just fail lah.
Right. Okay, and last question. Gun to your head. To save your life, you have to call one person, but that person cannot answer the phone or reply your text.
My youngest brother, Irfan. Ya.
Dia tak jawab.
Dia memang tak jawab pun.
Dia tak jawab pun, dia tak reply. Alright, thank you, Pak. And we'll go back to and finish up the podcast just a bit more. Guys, let's go back. So kita dah main game tadi 20 quick questions rapid fire, tapi tak adalah rapid tara mana pun. Ada yang okay, ada yang best. So we're gonna continue with kata akhir-akhir kata lah. Kata-kata akhir. What would you say to yourself, if you had the chance, what would you say to your younger self about being in the industry, or what kind of advice would you give your younger self if you had the opportunity to?
I would say wake up earlier lah.
Wake up
I know.
earlier,
I know it's macam it's not a.
You were not an early
Yeah,
morning,
I wasn't a morning person.
morning person lah.
Tapi it started masa aku start suka kayu basikal. Sekarang aku dah grow out of liking bicycles lah. Aku dah into tennis balik. Tapi bila aku start kayu basikal masa tu, so it requires you to wake up macam 4-5 in the morning to prepare your bikes, your bottles, kasut, helmet, baju, and then baju sepersalinan lagi apa benda semua, and bike semua masuk kereta, and then drive an hour to the starting point, lepas tu baru start kayu. So that process enables you to macam really appreciate the time you have and all those wonderful things happening, macam the beautiful sunrise, the sun rays through the fog and forest, macam-macam cantik gila tau. And yet you sleep through that, faham tak?
Faham.
And then benda ni macam kau of course lah, kau rugi dari segi masa yang kau tak dapat lepak malam kan. Tapi to a younger me, I would say tinggalkan pula lepak malam tu. Sebab dia macam kau memang akan tidur 8 jam juga. So kalau kau boleh sleep 2 hours earlier and wake up 2 hours earlier, the days would be longer. You're gonna appreciate it more.
Faham.
And then macam katalah by 10 AM kan, yang dulu aku baru nak bangun 10 AM tu, and you get a lot of things done dah masa tu. So aku rasa macam alah, tak susah pun bangun tidur sebenarnya. And you can still tidur 8 to 9 hours every night.
Faham.
Kan? Cuma kau kena start lah. Kau kena start the cycle of tidur awal and bangun awal and tidur awal, bangun awal, and kalau kau buat, dia akan just come naturally je. So benda tu tak adalah macam something yang advice yang aku rasa
yang
budak zaman
sangat, tapi
betul.
It's something just to like be mindful of, like
betul.
Memang could have done.
Betul. Agama memang cakap memang berpagi-pagian lah macam tu kan. So meaning of course bangun untuk subuh. Kadang-kadang subuh gajah and terus solat bersama dengan solat duha. Tapi kiranya kalau kau bangun pagi and kau boleh subuh dengan tenang, and then kau dapat see the sunrise, and then kau dapat breakfast, macam-macam lah aku rasa yang
Faham.
kalau aku bangun pagi dulu kan, I can get lot of
more things done. Nice. Nice piece of advice.
Aku rasa simple je. Tapi tak payahlah nak macam cakap macam you have to sleep 3 hours je per night. Kau boleh tidur dengan lenanya, tapi kau tidur awal je sikit. Kau tidur pukul 10. Pukul 10 kalau kau bangun pukul 6 pun, that is 8 hours of sleep lah.
Faham.
Tapi biasalah darah muda masa tu memang macam nak always bragging about aku semalam tidur 2 jam je tu. Aku semalam tidur
tapi okey
lagi.
Yeah.
And then dia punya sleep cycle.
Bragging rights lah.
So aku rasa tak ada benda yang patut nak
looking
dibanggakan.
back dia macam alah budaknya.
Kan. So it's something yang aku kata yang kalau kau tidur awal, kau boleh bangun awal, and you can commit to more things. Kau boleh, of course, kalau siapa yang tengah study tu, kau boleh datang kelas awal. And kalau tak datang kelas awal pun, katalah kelas kau pukul 9 pun, kau still boleh drive dengan tenang. Kau boleh breakfast,
boleh jogging dulu.
kau boleh buat macam-macam.
Faham?
Boleh buat macam-macam.
Okay, so running with that, an advice you would give for those who are starting or rather coming into the industry, ataupun seorang yang baru like yourself bertukar bidang, what would your advice be to those who are just starting within this creative industry, or as a photographer, or as a content creator in this era? What would your advice be for them?
Aku rasa advice untuk siapa-siapa yang baru nak mula, ataupun siapa-siapa yang dah lemau dah dalam industri yang tak kisah industri apa
yang
pun,
mundane task,
asyik sama je kan. Aku rasa buat je. Kau rasa nak ikut resepi Cik Nom atau Khairul Aming and start a small side hustle di mana kau jual nasi lemak on hari Sabtu dan Ahad, kau buat je. Sebab kadang-kadang kau tak tahu where things might take off kan. Kadang-kadang kau rasa macam it's a side hustle, tapi aku jual nasi lemak hujung minggu ni untung 200, Sabtu untung 200, Ahad. Lepas tu dah 400. 400 kali dengan ada 4 minggu sebulan dah 1,600. Itu untung. So aku macam, boleh ke buat full time ni kan? Sedangkan macam itu kerja 2 hari. Kalau aku kerja 5 hari dan cuti on weekends, mungkin aku boleh buat. So tapi again, don't quit your day job lah. Of course kau kena test the market. Faham. And testing the market
have a safety net
lah. Kau kena go out of your comfort zone lah. So meaning waktu Sabtu Ahad yang kau rasa kau nak tidur dah bangun pukul 12 tengah hari tu, kau kena bangun lah awal pukul 5 ke, nak kena masak nasi lemak kan. Kau kena try mana resepi jadi, mana tak jadi kan. Ataupun mungkin kalau Amin punya sambal terlebih gula ke, kita kadang-kadang macam yelah internet preference. So kau try, lepas tu tiba-tiba jadi. So aku rasa buat je.
Faham? So your biggest what's the word?
I would say sekarang ni advice lah. Sekarang ni advice aku, kalau aku memang aku kata wake up earlier and buat je. Wake up earlier and sebab kalau kau wake up earlier, then you have the choice to nak buat ke tak nak buat. Tapi kalau kau dah bangun lewat tu, memang kau tak boleh buat lah.
Faham.
Itu je.
So having that extra hours gives you the choice lah.
The choice kau nak buat ke tak nak buat, ataupun kau boleh duduk fikir, patut aku buat ke tak buat. Sebab kalau tak, again, kalau kau tidur, kau tak dapat fikir pun.
That's it lah, time has gone past by and you cannot.
And kau bangun dah lewat, orang mak bapak kau marah kan. Kawan-kawan kau marah sebab datang lambat main badminton ke on weekend. Tak tahulah benda macam tu lah. Tapi buat kau macam patutnya aku bangun je awal kan. Itulah.
Okay, so that's great sharing session from Bak. Guys, kalau siapa-siapa ada soalan lain, soalan yang korang nak tanya Bak, do leave a comment down below. DM us at Studio Lagi Satu kalau korang ada apa-apa soalan yang nak ditanyakan Bak, ataupun kalau korang ada suggestion siapa lagi yang korang nak dengar from, do let us know. InsyaAllah kita akan cuba sedaya upaya kita untuk menjadikan impian anda sebuah reality. So thank you Bak for your time today, sharing how you grew up, where you went to school, your favorite subject, to your uni days, to how you started your business, everything. I think the viewers out there will appreciate all these insights. And for those yang mungkin struggling ke, ataupun may have doubts or questions, I think sedikit sebenarnya it may help. Hopefully it could help someone out there yang tengok. So guys, don't forget to share this post, like, komen kat bawah siapa lagi korang nak tengok, ataupun kalau ada apa-apa soalan, don't forget to follow Studio Lagi Satu on social medias. We have TikTok, we have Instagram. Itu je lah yang in trend sekarang. Siapa main Facebook? Siapa main Facebook kan? Bukan ada kan? Kita ada ke? Kita tak ada. Ada je orang main Facebook. Tapi you can find us on TikTok and on Instagram at Studio Lagi Satu. Guys, that's all from me. Thank you Bak again for joining us. Guys, till the next episode. Ciao. Assalamualaikum.